And we got another one, Street Recon 2, Santa Monica Boulevard. Go some quick stats. Oops, I did not double side print that one for some reasons. We're almost 4.5 miles, 2 hours elapsed time, 9,300 steps. It's another beautiful day, 79 and sunny. And this is this section of Santa Monica where I start 14th to Centinela. And Centinela, this area, that's the border between Santa Monica and Los Angeles. So yeah, this is a pretty solid little stretch. Not a lot of crazy pedestrian traffic, but just quite a bit of interesting textures. I'm really looking forward to this section. I'll go from here to Westwood. You know, there's a drastic difference between Santa Monica and Los Angeles. Los Angeles is noticeably grimier. Got a lot more just kind of crazy scenes to photograph. But as I'm getting closer to LA from here, and even at Santa Monica, it does look noticeably grimy. But where I start here, it's still like a lot more clean. Even though Santa Monica is actually, I think, probably pretty dirty. In comparison to LA, it's looking pretty clean in my opinion. So anyways, yeah, I got actually quite a few photos here. So let's get started. I started on my walk. I'm just walking over to Santa Monica. I started over here by the Vons. And yeah, this is a car in the Vons. I'll put that in my Wilshire project, but just threw them in here to show that pet store that I've taken like, I don't know, 20 photos of at this point, and showing the progression of that. Just liked all this. Yep. Love the texture in that roof in this guy's profile. And took a photo of that same house, different angle this time. And yeah, this is probably the beginning of the Santa Monica project. This is on Santa Monica now. And as you can see, 14th Street, this is a Tesla charging station. And the blue bus, Venice, Santa Monica Boulevard, kind of like that one. Just shows exactly where I'm at. Nice for a project. Getting some reflections. There's a lot of car dealerships on this street. The car dealerships basically go from Lincoln to Centinela. So, I mean, that's a good, Lincoln's basically 7th Street. And Centinela would be like 35th Street, something like that. So, yeah, it's like, what's that? Almost 30 blocks. 30 blocks of dealers. There's not dealers on every block, but yeah, they're spread out. There's a lot of car dealers. So, yeah, I was kind of really working this scene. I just like that arrow, how it just popped out. The tree there. Tree just had an interesting little curve to it, you know? And I was just framing all this stuff up. Yeah, I don't know which one I like the most. There's a little selfie. And then this guy was going in there, got a silhouette perfectly. Old phone, no longer in use. Lexus dealership, and I just like this row of trees there. This is just some contrasty scene in the alleyway. This is the same alleyway. This is like one of the lots of the car dealers. And this is in front of the 7-Eleven. I just liked how I got his head just framed perfectly in that white spot. Everything else around him is kind of darker. Chinese fast food, just a quick snap. I like the angle. Beautiful palm trees. More texture. This is across from Providence Hospital on Santa Monica Boulevard. Some more just detail shots. And it's like these little rocks. I'm purposely angling my camera just to try to make it a little bit more interesting. But yeah, I liked all these columns. Almost reminded me of like, I don't know, some Greek columns or something, even though these are rectangles, I think. Most of those columns are round. But yeah, it just kind of reminded me of that. Yeah, just got that scene real quick. And Art Deco architecture kind of stood out from the rest of the vibe. And just shoot through this fence. Was working this hotel scene a little bit. Got lucky this girl just looked back at me, kind of made the photo more interesting. There's a hotel, old hotel sign. Nice little texture. Fence, building. This street always has like all these old cars. I don't know where they're from, but whenever I see those old cars, I'm always taking a photo of them. Top down, old Corvette. Yeah, just some restaurant out there, all their dishes. Really like that one. And some weeds on the side of the building. This is the, I think, Land Rover dealership, but just kind of like how the way he's holding his arms in between the cars. King's Liquor, Busby's Grill. I'm sure this place has been there forever. Yeah, another old phone not being used. Liquor store, texture. And another old phone. I really like this one though, because like the plants and the shadows and all that. Making my way down, and yeah, I really like this one because it's missing the top. No top on the palm tree there. And this section of Santa Monica's just got all these beautiful, just tall, skinny palm trees lining each side of the street. So I was trying to get, a nice photo to represent it. And Santa Monica the street just seems really wide there. It's just this kind of grand looking boulevard. So kind of dramatic. And I don't know if I got one that I can put in the project, but it's good to just look at these and see what I can do better in the future. Nice little shadow. This would have been better if the sun was a little bit lower and the top of the tree was right there in the wall. And there's some street art. Oh, Bruce Lee, I like this one. I purposely got a little bit closer because I wanted to cut off the edge. I've noticed that, when you cut off the edges, they create some kind of tension in the frame, You don't want everything I don't want everything too perfect. For some people, they want the perfect composition. I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for something to create a little bit of tension. So you got to do this is an angle this way, and you can see his eyes looking that way. Got the angle of the car going down that way. Yeah, just all looks nice together to me. And I was shooting this wall, and this guy, he was walking towards me. Just a quick snap of him, but got all his tattoos. He was actually a nice guy. Talked to him for a couple seconds, and then he walked in front of me, and he was carrying his bell, and he's walking barefoot. He sounded like a cow or something, He has his bells on the cow, or if you're like on a trail with dirt bikers or mountain bikers, you always hear the bells. That's what he sounded like walking towards me. An old vacant lot. And oh yeah, I forgot about this. It was a weird day because the backup, by the time I got here, I'd probably taken like 250 photos on my camera. My battery was dead. My backup battery I put in, that one was dead too. I never charged it. So from this point on, all these photos are from my iPhone 16 Pro. You can see they're different in the format. This is longer, and this is like that 4x3 format. And I just snapping away with the iPhone, and then I ran out of storage. So it was a little annoying. I was out of the groove just a little bit, but I still got some decent photos even with the iPhone. So you would never be able to tell the difference between this. They all look the same to me. But this is a guy in front of this real popular or famous skate shop there on Santa Monica. I don't know what the name of it is. Maybe he's like the longtime owner. I don't know. This is elementary school there on Santa Monica. It's like the grass and the concrete. They're doing some construction in there. Took a little photo of the construction. Yeah, a little tree, light and shadow with the tree. Get more light and shadow on this chick in the back walking, makes it. Hit that telephoto lens up. Got more of a detailed shot, reflection on the side of the building. Same here, this girl walking across the street, and I got her head right there in the white. This dude was just kind of, we were waiting at the crosswalk, and he was being a little sporadic, just walking around and looking twitchy, and I just got a pretty close photo with the iPhone. And this chick noticed her tattoo on the neck with the crosswalk. That's with the telephoto lens. Volvo, this guy was releasing these, and I just like to the movement that he is showing. Old bicycle wheel in a parking lot there. Yeah, this guy stopped to talk to me. He was asking me what is considered West LA, and I told him I thought it was Beverly Hills to the ocean, basically. And I was pretty confident that I was right, but then I looked it up and I was wrong. It's basically from the 405 to the ocean. So, and he said, no, I don't think so. I think he's a Persian guy. He lives in Westwood. Anyways, I tried to get a sneaky photo, but I totally messed it up with the iPhone. But then I looked at it, I was like, I still like it, got the shadows with the fences and you can barely see his hand. I was like, it still works. Probably actually works better than if I would have got his face. And this is almost when I'm back home. Got just a couple little detail shots. So yeah, nothing crazy good, but definitely never a waste to get out there and take photos. Street Recon 2, Santa Monica.